you know, future me, digital me. What up? Had to change the brightness because it's nighttime. I mean, it's 7:48, but days are changing. It's 9/26, September 26th at 7:48. Future me, digital. Oh, I got the hiccups. I had some popcorn. I'm just on the end of the popcorn. I ate a sausage from the gas station. Um, right. There's a lot of talk, uh, and has been for a while now, about people, especially white people, um, let's just say white people say at the low end, maybe 16 to around my age, being radicalized and doing, you know, crazy gun violence and stuff like that. And that radicalization being an increasing trend over the past, 10 years or so. And that happening in part, not necessarily in isolation or whatever, but the whole internet rabbit hole and the, the whole social media algorithm being a big component of that. I don't necessarily argue against that. What I want to argue is this kind of response radical? Is it a radical response to the times we're in? Uh, what exactly do I mean by that? All right, what do I mean by that? Look at let's look at history. All right, my favorite time when I think about stuff that's going on now, the '60s. The '60s is an excellent time to look at if you want to reference, if you want to make comparisons between now and a historical time, because and it's great. It's just there's so many parallels. With the exception of fucking music, I don't know. I, I'm not a teen, but it just feels like there's not really a great music revolution going on. There just isn't really like there's not a lot. There's not just like shitloads of music just popping out. There's a few. There are some good artists, as there always are, but there's just not like just an explosion of good music coming out like there was in the '60s. In the '60s and in the '90s, man, there's music fucking everywhere. Man, it's just like people were coming out of the woodwork. Like, man, even in the '80s, like it's just like the '60s, the '80s, and the '90s. Man, it was just like fucking everywhere. It was like every week there were like three new songs that were just like, you couldn't, man, it was just fucking everywhere. Top songs, and they were on albums that had other songs that were like popping. And I'm pretty sure, I'm white, so this was white people music. I'm pretty sure that's like black people music too, like whether you were listening to like, you know, softer music or gangster rap, because gangster rap. But whatever it is, like they were, it was all over everywhere. It's just okay, but 60s, right? For comparison. So it's like the 60s was a fucked up time to live in. And I only know this by watching like documentaries and stuff. I didn't live through it. So like, and you know, 60s was 60 years ago. So I mean, to get somebody that lived through it, you gotta get like a 70-year-old person, like, and like an old 70, like a fucking 75, 78, 80-year-old person that lived through it. And hopefully you aren't talking to a hardline conservative, because they're going to be a boring person that lived through it. You got to get a pretty center or left person that lived through it, because that's going to be someone fun. Otherwise, you're going to be like, they were a bunch of hippies and blah, blah. It's like, so you were boring, right? It's like, I didn't do any of the acid. All right, so you don't have any stories, do you? Like, well, I sat with my parents and then I went to NAM and then I killed a bunch of people and that was great and everything. Supported the, oh God, what a fucking waste of it. Anyways, it's like, dude, you, whatever. That's my personal opinion and it's the right one. Anyways, so yeah, but that's what's going on. It's like there's a whole bunch of there's a whole bunch of shit happening in America and around the world, mainly because of America now, and there was back then. Of course, for now, it's kind of just starting to heat up. So like, you gotta wait maybe another year. Although at the rate at which, maybe 6 months. And let's see what fucking happens. And see if they. This is for you kids that are like 18 or just about to turn 18. You know what that means. You draft age people. Yay. It's good for you. I'm 42. Well over draft age. And I have epilepsy, so, whatever. But goody news for 18 to 26, I think. We got Trump, and he's a fucky kind of person. So, we still have draft. Maybe he wants to, bulk up the thing that he had bone spurs for. So we'll see. We'll see how popular shit gets around, conservatives who are young and want to, free the world. If Trump decides, we need a few thousand more people, let's fucking draft. Let's see how your opinion fucking changes then, right? Because, read a fucking history book or watch a documentary of the 60s. It's on Hulu, by the way. And there were also drugs around then. Of course, those drugs were not opioids, which just gets you addicted and then you die. The drugs that were around them kind of like, whoa, man, like, oh, dude, yeah. And then, occasionally some bad shit would happen, but mostly it was not like you just getting all super fucked up. Well, some of them. Some of the other ones, it was. Anyways, talk to people. Talk to people that have actually done it, and they will give you better information. I don't have a whole lot of firsthand experience with it, thankfully. Because not with the not with the mid-range stuff. Not with the stuff they did in the '60s. No, but and there's so sex, drugs, and rock and roll. And one thing that thankfully people don't do anymore is lots of unprotected sex with just multiple partners. Sometimes at the same time, sometimes just like one after another. Unfortunately, now it's kind of just like, well, actually, now it's kind of, I don't know. Y'all teens can talk amongst yourselves about that. Hopefully, it's using protection, and hopefully, you guys are fucking very free-willed and getting it on. I know your parents will be like, "Yeah, he's teaching you to be horse." Yes, be horse. Experiment. It's good. Be sexually free, but also be safe. We don't need a bunch of people with fucking STDs flying all over the place. That's disgusting. And so, yeah, getting to the main meat of the issue, radicalized. Well, society's fucked. Being radicalized, that's almost a logical response to the insanity of what's going on and the utter overload of, I guess you could call it information, but the overload of stimulus from all different angles and what is probably very confusing signals, especially for teenagers and younger people, having to kind of filter through uh, what would already be normally a very confusing social kind of time, and you're adding another layer of confusion on top of that with social media. So and embarrassing and all the other aspects to that too. So you know, then there's permanently that layer of angst that you have to hopefully integrate into your psyche as you graduate to adulthood. And do you successfully do that? I don't know. are psychologists, sociologists, psychiatrists able to develop some sort of um, language for that uh, for the process of integrating that new kind of phenomena in a healthy way into you, and if not, a regimen for helping people do that, hmm, then hmm. So, and by the time what I just said is done, what are we dealing with next? So, the mental health profession is pretty much going to be one step behind all the time now. So again, is it a radical response? I think pretty much it's it's a response that should be actually anticipated, not as if it should be like, oh, it's just a new normal for every person. Every person should be expected to go pick up a gun and shoot people at random. No, it's something like now, if it's almost like Charlie Kirk said, if we're going to have this many guns, now we are going to have to be tolerant of bleh happening in the society. As long as we have this many guns and have Trump like people either in the public eye, running public shit, and like if we have all these factors cooking up in society and have fucking this many guns, we're gonna have fucking gun violence. I mean, if we don't have guns, we're gonna have a lot of fucking smashing people in the head with hammer violence. I mean, the only way to get around it is have a more sensible society, I think. Something that kind of simmers it down, which, what are we going to do then? Are we going to become more rational? Or, I don't know. That's up to the 260 to 305 million people in the US population that are not 10, 12 years of age or younger, something like that, to decide. And it's not a voting kind of thing to do. It's a behavior. It's just a behavior thing. Everyone can decide to do it. And you don't need to vote on it. You don't need to wait till you know whatever 2026 in November to do it. You just decide to not be crazy asshole dicks, and there you go. And this includes, you know, the news people on Fox News that stop being crazy asshole dicks. Maybe we should just kill all the homeless people. Maybe you should, fucking tone it down a little bit and be like, offer some helpful input. Maybe we should build housing that is actually free, and there's some free food out there. I don't know, something reasonable. No, you don't want to do that? Yeah, well then, I don't know. Maybe you should do something crazy like have a Fox News anchor get a real job and fucking sweep the floors for a little while. Maybe we can get that fucking janitor to host a news show. Swip, swap places, see what the janitor thinks for a little while. Let me hear his opinions on life, and see if that guy has any ideas that might help out the world. No, is that a little bit too radical for you? Do you think? Huh? What? Hmm. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Uh, Fucking Mr. Fuck guy on Fox. You earned your job. You were white enough and were willing to say fucked up shit. Oh. The what? I forget what they fucking call them now, but janitorial staff. They don't have communications degrees from Stanford, so you know, they can't do it. They can't do it because they don't have the right stuff. Yeah, baloney. It's barking into a fucking camera for 30 minutes at a time or an hour at a time, whatever. My ass can do it. You know how I know? Uh, I eat chili and my chili have beans and they go, so yeah, my ass knows how to do it. And of course, this doesn't really unilaterally apply to Fox, but Fox gets it like, 10 times more than pretty much anything else. Anyways, like I said, is it radical? I think we need to start analyzing all of ourselves much with a much more radical or radically mm, acute lens and microscope and everything. And damn it, the fucking popcorn thing is in my fuck. Oh great! Don't you just love it when that gets fucking stuck in here? Now it's gonna take like an hour to move its way down. Take a much more acute look at everything that we do and the words we put on all these things, because maybe these things aren't radical in and of themselves. Maybe the thing that causes them is the radical thing, and the act is just an eruption that the act is the thing that comes out of the volcano. And what the fuck else do you expect? I mean, it's just what we see. So anyway, there's that. Oh, and then there was something going on. Oh, I was watching. Hold on here. I gotta fucking do this here. Yeah, there we go. Now I'm cooking. That's right. My Mountain Dew, which is life. And that Sigs, which is my, spinach. Spinach. Fucking Popeye. All right, Ba-da-da-da-da-da, ba-da-da-da-da-da. Um, so yeah, uh, who was saying that about the? Oh, right, it was a guy that's fucking uh, Gary's Economics was talking about shit, and he was the same thing. He was talking about if reform, the video was will reform win the election? They're having the same, I mean, pretty much the same shit going on in the UK over here. It's just not as fucked up as it is over here. They're having the same discussions, and it's all very, very similar. It's just they're not as cracked out as we are here. And, they have the saying like, oh, it's the immigrants, and, it's just they're not deporting them yet. And so he was talking about like, well, this will happen and that'll happen, and then they'll be like, well, he's like, if they'll fit, if this guy fails, then he'll probably say this. You have to not let immigrants in, and then if that doesn't work, well, then we have to not let these kind of immigrants in, and then if that doesn't work, well, now we gotta deport immigrants. And it's like, yep, there you go. And then he also showed a clip of when the Fox News host talked about uh, killing homeless people. And it's like, yep, the world is watching, motherfuckers. They're watching the crazy go on in the US. So if you needed proof that the world is fucking watching the crazy shit that we're fucking twirling up here, yeah. If you needed more proof, yeah, they're doing it. And so it's an excuse. It's an example of he was talking about. He was talking about. Let me kind of do the entire thing here. He was talking about the politicians. What he's worried about is the politicians in his country, if they don't get it together and do the wealth tax that he talked about, Gary's Economics, that's the channel. If they don't do the wealth tax, its form of fucking tax everybody at the fucking top, the richest motherfuckers. I say it's a passive income tax. It's just basically a wealth tax. It's the same thing. It's just a rose by any other name, smelling sweet. It works the same way. I mean, I just call it something different because I don't want to steal his name, basically, but it works the same way. He's worried that they're going to do the same shit because it's easier, because you don't actually have to do anything. You just, those guys are the problem. They're all the problem. Don't worry about that. That guy's it. It's him. It's always them. It's there's the problem, and now I get to keep my mind still. Nice old trick. Let's just scapegoat some people that aren't me. Nice rich guy that's running everything, and now nothing really needs to be done. And I'm sure they'll use the same old arguments. It's like, they're taking your jobs and blah, blah, blah. And why do people, first of all, okay, this is the primary thing anyone needs to remember when thinking about that argument. First of all, your job sucked. All right. Your job sucked. All right. You're better off with your job gone anyways. So when they say, well, they're the ones that took your job, you say, excellent, great, I'm glad. Fuck you. You still need to be taxed. There, you just counterpunched them. You dodged and boom, right in the face. Now, are you ready to fucking give them another punch? Or are you just going to stand there with your balls hanging out so they can kick your balls? What are you going to do? What are you going to do? Most of you fuckers are just going to be like, here's my balls. Why don't you kick me in the balls, massa? Because that's what most of you fuckers do. You're just like, here's my balls, nice and open, hanging out, pearly. No, you don't let them fucking do that. They're fucking open. You can hit them again. Fucking hit them fucking again. You know, it's like, Jesus Christ. You're fucking unemployed. Right? You got the perfect opportunity to go, I don't know, to a library and fucking, if you want education, it's free. And you know what? Nowadays, the internet has all the information. There's so many places where you can learn stuff for free. I mean, damn, fucking. Either one, admit you're a bum and you just want free money. Fucking embrace fucking being a bum. Stop being such a pussy and just be like, I don't fucking want to do shit. Fucking, who gives a fuck? What are you, 40 years old? Are you gonna lie to yourself your entire fucking life? Fucking, Jesus Christ. Be a man. Sack up. Everybody's been telling you your whole fucking life, get a job, blah, 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 right here. All right? I mean, come on. It's time for you to just tell everybody, you know what, go fuck yourself. How about that? I don't want a job. I don't want to work. Fuck you. All right? And at the same time, I'm not going to steal shit. What I am going to do is I'm going to fucking vote for the party that says, yeah, you know, rich people, I think you've been getting free money for 40 years off the backs of everybody else. So why don't you fucking give all this money back that you fucking stole? And if you don't, get the fuck out of the country. Go fucking leave. No one cares. Fucking leave. Because, you know, you guys don't actually do anything for anyone. They don't. They'll tell you they do, but it's a fucking lie. They don't fucking do anything. The richest people don't actually do fucking any fucking thing. They fucking lie. They're not the ones that do shit. They're lazier than your ass. Fuck them. Everything they have of value, they can't take with them. It's the same principle when they die. What, are they going to take their mansion with them when they die? Fuck them. Let them go off somewhere. What, are they going to take their money? Ooh, ones and zeros. Yeah. Go fuck them. You know, all of their arguments are so hollow. You know, once you understand shit, once you actually know things about, you're just like, yeah, go ahead, fucking get on your jet and leave. We don't even care if you take a jet. Go take a jet. I don't care. Take your yacht. Who cares? Take your servants with you. They might even kill you on the fucking yacht trip there. You better pray they don't. I don't know that they won't. Maybe your pilot and bodyguard will just be like, handshake. Because, I mean, and again, I said in another video, for these richest people, the proposed tax rate, it may seem high to people like you and me, 90, 95, even 98%. For some of these people, they're still they're still piling money at the end of the year. They're still having more money than they have. They still make money. Isn't that fucked up? People, and now I don't work, but anybody watching this would be like, 98%? I wouldn't be able to buy food after the first week of the entire year. That's 98% is starvation time. Like for them, 98% means they're gonna be able to still have $4 million after their costs of living. It's just like there's so much fucking money. It's ridiculous. What about they won't be able to donate to charity? We won't fucking need fucking charities then. The tax money we bring in will be ridiculous. We'll be able to fund so many fucking programs. Your dumbass that wants a job will have a job that pays you so much money. Your wife won't have to work, and you'll be able to fuck her every day, and you'll have kids, and it'll be like, wow, honey, I came home, and everything, the entire fucking thing, everything will be changed. That is making America great again. That's making the world great. Not great again, great. Because great again would be like there's the white neighborhood and there's the black neighborhood and the Mexican neighborhood is in Mexico. Now it's everybody's living wherever the fuck they want. Everybody's doing work and everybody's getting education and everybody's fucking having whatever the fuck they want. And everybody gets a rocket pack too, where they can fly to Mars in, 20 minutes. Okay, I don't know about that last part, but it's nice to dream. You gotta have dreams. Otherwise, what the fuck are we doing here? Remember those like old cartoons where like you'd like strap on your rocket pack and I don't know, were there cartoons that did that or was that just like that fucking 50s black and white shit where like the guy had a rocket pack and he'd fly through space without a fucking helmet either? It's like, all right, so we can breathe in space now. That's good to know. That's some biomedical shit right there. I don't need to breathe air anymore. Oh yeah. There's one last thing. Trump and the Republicans and Fox Media is so fucked you can't cover all the fucked shit you hear. Yeah. I just read it word for word because I just want to be done with this fucking tirade. But that's true. Yeah, there's just so much crap going on that is insane. It's just fucking insane. And I wanted to say, you remember when uh, was it Barack Obama wore like a tan suit? I hear this. I don't remember it because I wasn't like paying attention to Dick during then. But apparently, Barack Obama wore like a tan suit instead of the normal kind of suit. And like Fox News was talking about it for like 5 days. That uh, was like the level of crazy that the world had to deal with during the Obama years. That was the important stuff of the day at that time. It's like, oh no, emergency. The president wears faux pas level fashion to a dinner. Uh-oh, red alert. Not, you know, the president is black bagging people and bombing other countries that there's no reason to bomb. Centuries old diseases are starting to have outbreaks. There might be food shortages because, you know, reasons, even though no other country is having food shortages. Yeah, the fashion mishap. What fucking ever. So, yeah, I don't know. 40 plus minutes, and what am I going to call this? What am I going to call this video? I don't know. People don't watch these because it's just me talking crazy. You know, and it's probably true shit, but it's 40 minutes of a dude that nobody knows saying shit that, you know, maybe somebody agrees with, but, you know, again, 40 minutes. Are you really going to waste 40 minutes of your time listening to me say shit that, again, you probably agree with, but that you really have 40 minutes to waste? I don't know. And the real question is, why the fuck did you watch 40, maybe going on 45 minutes of this guy fucking talking? I don't know. I don't know why you did. I don't know how you have that much time to waste to prioritize me over, you know, something else that has like an actual budget. But whatever. If you did, then that's fucking amazing, honestly. That says a lot about the state of absolute fucking shit of actual like Hollywood and stuff. That Hollywood is ass now. Fucking ass. Anyways, uh, there you go. Kneecap them. Kneecap, right? Kneecap them so they can't fucking fuck with people anymore. And the people can fuck with them instead, at least for a little while. And Bullies suck. Suck 'em. Boobies.